All right, I'll just wait for my YouTube side to catch up to my streaming side. If you are in here, please do let me know that you can hear me. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm Brandy of Beans Bags. I love anything crafty. My main passion is sewing handbags, with a very close second with knitting or anything of fiber arts. Hi Karen, how are you? Can you hear me okay? Hi Michelle. Hi Rhonda. How is everybody today? Video and sound is good? Perfect. Thank you. So I have, both boys are home. Both dogs are home. I have laundry going, so if there's any background noise, I apologize. My house is alive today. Hi Jen. It feels like it's been so long since I've come live, and it's probably because it has been a month. This month has flown by. But yeah, I guess the last one for my weekly check-ins, so this is like a monthly one, I guess, but I had a couple weeks of holidays, so I went camping for 6 days, and then I was home for 3 days, and then I was in Ontario for 10 days for the most amazing trip ever. Life-changing trip. Not only did I get to meet my best friend Anna, who is also the owner of Galaxy Customs. Thank you so much, Anna, for letting me and my parents stay with you. I wish we could have stayed longer. But we got to go back to Goderich, Ontario, which is where my family immigrated from Ireland to. So Ireland and England to Goderich, Ontario. So like back in like the early 1800s, I would think. Mid 1800s. Yeah. It was so overwhelming. So my dad was born there, but he moved here when he was 4. My grandparents were born there, and many, many generations behind them. But I'm going to share a little story before we get into anything crafty, just because I've never been so proud to be the great-granddaughter of Kierwood Kip White, who was my great-grandfather, my grandmother's dad. My grandmother, who is still alive, she's 98 years old. She's in a care home with, her dementia's pretty bad right now, and yeah, it's a little bit touch and go, but she's 98, and we did this trip in honor of her because my whole childhood, she always talked about this land called Goderich, Ontario. It's a small little town of about 7,000 people. So it was always like this fairy tale land to me, and when I went there, it was still like a fairy tale. I swear, next to Kamloops, I think it is my second favorite place on earth. So my great-grandfather, Kierwood, who went by Kip, my dad's name is Kip as well, my dad is his namesake, White, was a prison guard at the Goderich jail, which is now a museum, and he unfortunately was murdered there back in 1941. When my grandmother was only 16 years old. So an inmate tried to escape, hit him over the head with a hammer, and unfortunately 2 weeks after that he passed away of an infection and meningitis to that wound that he got there. But when he got hit over the head, he still managed to subdue the 3 inmates that had attacked him, got them back in their cells, and then the governor, whose house is attached to the jail, learned so much there, was there to also help him. He did end up passing away. His name is known all over Goderich, which surprised me because when they found out that we were his ancestors, I've never felt so welcomed in a town. The museum would not let us pay to come in. They were just so honored that his family was there, and I'm just like, what? I felt like a princess almost. So it was really nice to explore some of that happened. I got to go and see the childhood home that my grandmother grew up in, which wasn't too far from the jail, which is crazy to think because it was just a teeny tiny house, and there were 7 kids in that house, and then her parents. So my grandmother was the eldest of 7. On my grandfather's side of the family, we got to go and visit the Gilbert farm on Concession 7, just outside of Goderich, which was amazing. And my dad, I mean, he moved away when he was 3 or 4, but the memories he has. I mean, he's just amazing. He can just think back to all sorts of things that happen. So tonight actually is really special because after my classes tonight, I will be going over to my Uncle Larry's house where my dad and his 4 brothers are all gathering for dinner because they want to hear our tales of Goderich. So my dad and I are going to be doing some storytelling and about our trip, my mom as well. And yeah, it's just amazing. While we were there, we also found out that the Huron County Search and Rescue has a boat simulator that will be used to train cadets and search and rescue and everything for stuff. Because Lake Huron is huge. I never would have known. I got to see 3 Great Lakes, which was amazing. They're like an ocean. So we unfortunately didn't get to go and visit the boat at that time. It just didn't work into our schedule, but the next time we go, they're going to take us out on the lake and show us the simulator. So this boat is called I think it's called the TS Curwood Kip White. So what is absolutely amazing about this is every logbook entry will have his name. Every call going out on the radio will have his name. Oh my gosh, it's just so incredibly touching. He's a hero, and I'm so proud to be his granddaughter, our great-granddaughter, and I also share a birthday with him. My birthday's May 1st, 75. He was May 1st, 1898. I know a lot of people think it's funny when I say that, but I'm super proud to share a birthday with the great-grandfather that I never met. Hi, Don. Hi, Ron. Hi, Sonny. So, yeah, it was a surreal and amazing trip, and I understand now why my grandmother spoke so highly of the community that she grew up in and had her father up on a pedestal, because he sounds like he was just an absolutely amazing man, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. So yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I got to go to Niagara Falls as well after that trip. Oh, I also got to meet family. I got to meet Brian and Rick and Lenny, who are all cousins, so it was nice to finally meet them all in person. And then we extended our day in Goderich by 2 days. We stayed at a hotel called the Bedford Hotel, which was built in, I want to say it was built in 1886 or something, so it was super old and it was super fun. I don't know, you just really got to check out Goderich. Yeah. Thanks, Karen. I know, Karen, you live in Ontario, and you've probably been to Goderich. I don't know if you feel the same magic I feel for it, but it is the cutest little town that's all around this square, which is more like an octagon. I can't even explain it. You'll have to check it out. It just, I want to take Dave back there so bad. I want to take my boys back there so bad. I just love it. There's really not much to do. They've got gorgeous beaches. It is very small, but I don't know. It is a magical place for me, which we went there to honor my grandmother, who she doesn't know who we are, and she doesn't know herself anymore. Her dementia has taken over, but she didn't get the dementia until she was about 95, and she's 98 now. So what a blessing is that. So I got to do a bunch of genealogy stuff while I was there, as well, as I am a certified Canadian genealogist. It's what I went to school, my second certification I got. So we got to spend some time in a graveyard. I know that sounds morbid, but it was like, yay, exciting for me. And again, we visited my great-grandpa Kip's gravesite and paid our respects there, and many other family relatives. After our 4 days there, we decided we were going to go spend a day in Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls was not what I expected it to be. Don't get me wrong, the falls were gorgeous. But when we drove into Niagara Falls, I swear it was like a mini Las Vegas. Like, it was just, I'm not one for bright lights and lots of people and all of that. So when we drove in, we're like, whoa. And I know Anna had warned us about that, but I had no idea. So we went to the falls, we took some pictures, and we left half an hour later because we weren't into the casinos and the crowds and everything. It was just something that we thought we should see because we were only a couple hours away from that. So now I can say I've been to Niagara Falls, which was great. And then we made our way over to Anna's, and I got to go to Galaxy Customs headquarters. That was a lot of fun, and I did not bring anything home with me, mainly because I did not have any room in my suitcases, and vinyl is heavy, but I got to touch it all and make my wish list for my next order, so that was a lot of fun. Anyways, So that was my 10 days in Ontario. I don't know if any of you found that exciting, but I really just wanted to share with, it was a life-changing trip for me, and I just loved it ever so much. Take the picture and get out of there. That is exactly what I did, Karen. But all right, so before we get in, because we do have a month's worth of makes and stuff that I sold and other crafty things, I've done a ton of knitting with my traveling, because I can't take my sewing machine with me, but I can take my knitting needles on the plane, so I have a lot of stuff to share there. But first, I am 2 weeks late for doing the VIP of the month draw for May. This is on the membership side of the channel, so I'd like to get that done and out of the way. So I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to switch over my screen, and we are going to get this draw done. So this is for the members who are all signed up for either the Tuesday, Thursday sew along class. Each get one entry. And if that group signed on for the VIP 2 of the month, they get 2 entries. And if you're part of the Thursday sew along group and you've signed up for the VIP of the month 1 tier, then you have an entry in here. So this is for a $25 gift card to anywhere I can get an electronic gift card for the winner. So let's get this going. Let's spin. Oops, come on, spin, spin. There we go. And our Beans Peep VIP of the month for May is dun, 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 Diane. Congratulations, Diane. I'm pretty sure I'll see you in class tonight. I think you're at work right now. So let me know where you would like a $25 gift certificate to. Yay, Diane. Lots of fun. So that's done and over with, and I'll be doing the June draw at the beginning. So yay. Any questions about anything before we get started? Where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? Okay, seeing as we just did a members thing, I'm going to start with the membership side of the channel. So as most of you know, I do have membership classes. Do you know what? I'm going to go through the tiers because they have changed a little bit. I'm pretty sure I went through them before. But let me just get to my screen here. I'm going to show you via my screen how to join this. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again. So for the tiers, if you go to the main page of my website or of my YouTube channel, there is a button right here that says join. So you would click on that if you wanted to join. Again, this doesn't change anything for the public side of the channel. The membership side, you get a few sneak peeks, and of course you have the member exclusive classes and all of that. So the first tier is the Beans Peeps Club for $4.99 a month. That gets you loyalty badges. So you'll be noticing these badges are showing next to some of the people who are commenting's names, and that just gives you a loyalty badge. Each color is for a length that they've been a member. Gives you early access to bag of the month tutorials. So what that is when I do the class bags for each month, those, if I don't have a tutorial for them already and I've made them strictly for the class, then they get exclusive viewing of those tutorials until the end of the classes. So on that note, you don't have to be part of the classes to get that sneak peek. You just have to be part of the Beans Peeps Club. All right, and then any other tutorials that I'm working on that I haven't released to the public side yet, I upload it to the Beans Peeps Club, so you may get a little bit of a sneak peek on that as well. Again, I can't see the chat for a moment, so let me just go through this and I will answer any questions on the chat. So also with the $4.99 a month, so these are Canadian funds, Beans Peeps Club, that also gets you class replays that are 1 year or older. So any of the classes replays that we have finished for over a year, so that would be anywhere from June of last year back to March of last year so far, because we only started them a year ago March. The Beans Peeps Club now has access to classes that are more than a year old, and what the classes are they're slowed down real time. Most classes they're put into 3 or 4 classes, 2-hour segments. cutting and sewing along together. So they're just no longer live. You get to just see the classes that we have done in the past. So that is something that we have recently added into Beans Peeps Club. So that's an added bonus, and for $5 a month, that's pretty good. Now the members classes will never go to the public side of the channel, mainly because it's a members only perk, but you could always just sign on for 1 month and you could completely binge them and then cancel if you wanted to. So what's great about the YouTube platform is you do not have to be signed in month to month. So are there any questions about Beans Peeps Club? Let's see, doesn't look like it. Hi Jade. Okay, let me go back. And next one is the class replay 6+ or 6 to 9 months is what it is. So, or 6 months and up. Oh, 6 to 11 months is what it will be. So this one is for $10.99 a month. So this will be the replays of the classes that are 6 to 11 months old, I guess. So for those 6 months in between them launching to the Beans Peeps Club, this is for that. So anything that is 6 months or older. Thursday monthly sew along, that gets you the monthly real-time live classes that we are doing on Thursdays. This, I will show the class bags here momentarily. This month we are doing the which one are we doing? Oh, the Aurora triple zip by Quaint Stitch. We actually did the cutting class last week, and we will be doing the sewing parts of the exterior tonight at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Anybody can join anytime if you decided you want to join us there, and that also gets you everything down to the Beans Peeps Club. So each tier it goes up, you have access to everything below it. The next one is the VIP of the month. So this is anybody that's in the Thursday monthly sew along that wants to be part of the giveaway that we just did. This gets you 1 entry into that plus everything below it. The next one, the Tuesday, Thursday sew along, gets you both the Tuesday sew along classes and the Thursday sew along classes. Unfortunately, I can't have 2 tiers at the same level. So this is like the all you can eat buffet here. So you get 2 sew along classes a month. Our Tuesday class, we are making the Maxine project tote this month. And then that also gets you everything below it, as well as 1 entry into the VIP of the month club. And then finally we have the VIP of the month club 2, and that gets you a 2nd entry for the monthly draw of the VIP of the month club. Okay, I didn't want to get into that too much. I just wanted to go over how you can do that. Does that make sense to everybody? Are there any questions about that before we get into the fun stuff? I'll let it catch up for a moment because I'm running about a minute ahead of everybody. I don't want to miss any questions that may be popping up there. Oh, thank you, Karen. Karen is actually posting some of the links to some of the bags. I also have links to all of these down in the description if you need to know where to go, including how to join. All right, so on the note of classes, as of today, so the classes that we do each month are actually voted in by everybody, the public side, the member side, and the Facebook side. So from the 1st to the 14th or 15th of each month, we have open polls on the Facebook group. If you need to learn how to join the Facebook group, the link is down below in the description. Come and join us. It's a great little community there. And this is where anybody, regardless if they're members or whatever, because there will be a tutorial that results from what is voted in, so it benefits the public side of the channel as well. So that is where you can go and you can add into the poll any bags that you may want to see from the designer list where I could do any kind of tutorials for. You can add in what you want, and then you can vote for your top 5 picks of what is in that list. And then on the 15th of the month, which is actually today, I take the top 5 from the Tuesday and Thursday polls and I move them over to the YouTube side in the community newsfeed. So those are in there right now. So if everybody, regardless if you're a member or not, could please go and vote for one that you would like to see a tutorial or a members class on, that would be great. I will tell you which ones won the top 5. So for our Tuesday class, the top 5 bags were the Conan Bowler by Country Cow Designs, the Cassia Satchel by A Quaint Stitch, the Mia Wallet by Bagstock, the Vordenza by Country Cow Designs, and the Honeysuckle Hobo by Blue Calla. So hop on over there and please do place your vote. Those polls close June 30th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that is deciding for our August Tuesday and Thursday class bags. The Thursday top 5 that have moved to the YouTube side are the Lomexa by Country Cow Designs, the Babylon, which is a brand new pattern by Hills Handmade, the Fancy Pelican Tote by Bagstot, that is actually one of my favorites to make, the Elaine by Mormino, and the Michaela by Deja's Designs, which I believe is a free pattern. Now, usually what happens is once I get a final vote, I reach out to the designers, and I haven't had one turn me down yet, but most give me a discount for all my subscribers on the channel for the month to get that pattern at a discounted price. So please do hop on over there and do that. July classes, I have already, actually July classes are going to be pre-recorded because I am taking a month off, but I'm working really hard in June to still have all the content, so I'm doing double duty in June so I can take much of July off. So the classes in July will be pre-recorded, but they will still be in the same format, still released on the days we would have had classes. So on Tuesdays, we're making the Tumbleweed Toiletries Tote by Blue Calla. And on Thursdays, we are making the Duplicity Bag by Sew Yours. So we do have discount codes on those. They're on the Facebook page. I didn't write them down. I don't remember. Do I have them written down? Let me look. Yeah, I have the Duplicity Bag for, let me see here. Why can't I see my chat? Whoopsies. I will try to remember at the end of class to put down what those coupon codes for those 2 bags are. But they are on the Facebook side. Up in the featured section, you'll be able to find those discount codes, and they were good until June 30th. So make sure you take advantage of that, regardless if you're in classes, to get a little bit of a discount from both of those. Okay. Any questions about that? And then I'll get into the fun stuff. Oh my gosh, I feel like we have so much to talk about. Okay, so I'm going to stand up and I will show you the bags we are working for this month's classes. So tonight, so the Thursday class, thank you Karen for posting all those. We are making this bag. So this tutorial is already available to the Beans Peeps Club, and it will release to the public side of the channel on, where do I have it scheduled for? Where are you? June 9th, or July 9th, sorry. The tutorial for this will go live to the public side on July 9th. If you want a sneak peek of it, you can definitely join the bottom tier or wait until that. But this is the one we are making in class. This is such a great bag. So this is one of my finished objects for the past week. Actually, I made these in May, so I guess these are kind of like May finished projects. No, I made this last week. I lied. So yeah, so you got the 3 zippers. You have a cell phone pocket on the back, crossbody. I don't know. I just love this bag. So definitely check out this one. The link for this pattern is down below in the description if you need to figure out where to get it. It's the same designer as the Wayfarer. So yeah. Yeah, Karen, I don't have the discount codes for Tumbleweed and for the Duplicity are the ones that I need for those. So I do not have a discount code for this one because it expired on May 31st. So again, they go once they have been voted in. So this is one of my finished objects for last week. I'm going to be showing you my finished objects for the last month. How about that? Okay, so there's Karen says discount code for the Tumbleweed is Tumbleweed20 for 20% off. If you want to grab that, regardless if you're taking the classes, just hop on over to the Blue Calla website and grab your Tumbleweed pattern for 20% off. So that is our Thursday class. We will be working on these beautiful zipper pockets tonight in class, so that should be fun. Another finished object. I have a lot of finished objects, you guys. So this is what we're making in our Tuesday class, and it goes right along with all my knitting. This is the Maxine Project Tote by Kandou Crafts. This one has sold already, but I told my client she can't have it until the end of classes because this is my demo bag for the classes. So it's a soft squishy bag that's great for, oh, there it is. For the Duplicity bag, it is Dupe Class DUPCLASS15 for 15% off. So Make sure you copy those down and go ahead and grab those discounts. They're good till June 30th, 2023. All right, so Maxine Project Tote. So I was actually making this one for myself, but a client came to pick up her bag and she stole it from me. But I told her she can't have it till the end of classes. So this is great for like embroidery projects, crochet projects, knitting projects. It will hold a blanket or a bulky sweater type thing. It's drawstring. You've got a slip pocket here. You've probably seen the bags for it already. It is ginormous. It's got a tie here for keeping everything cinched in. So that is another finished object, and it has sold already. So this is the Maxine Project Tote by Kandou Crafts. So that's 2 of my finished objects. You guys enjoying this? Do you like seeing what the finished objects are? All right, so for last month's classes, on Tuesdays, we were making a penny in wallet. So this here is the one I made in, this is the one I made for the tutorial. So the tutorial has been launched to the public side of the channel already. A link to the tutorial is down in the description, as well as a link to where you can buy this pattern. And this is the one that I made in class when we were sewing it live together. So this one I made last month. This one I made, no, they were both made last month. So this is the May class for Tuesdays. So we do have the slowed down version of the class on the Tuesday, Thursday sew along group. So 2 more finished objects. That's a great wallet. Our other class, our Thursday class, we made the Mabel by Swoon. Now, I'm missing a chain because I have a chain thing, but it is in my mail opening when I opened my Emmaline Bags, because yes, I have mail to open today as well. So this is the one I did for the tutorial, and this is the one I made in the class, and I just love it. This is the glitter vinyl from Galaxy Customs, of course. It was just such a cute bag. So those are 2 more makes for May. May was crazy busy, I swear. This one I just made at the beginning of this week. This is for a client. This is the Morphing Convertible Bag by ChrisW Designs. I do have a tutorial on the smaller version of this. The tutorial is for the birth version, which is as per the pattern. This one I cheated and I bound it, and I just love the structure it gives, especially in the large one for the binding. What I love about this morphing bag is it is a backpack. So this strap, I've made it so you can take it off. It's an adjustable, I just did it at crossbody length. So at its largest size, you can wear it as a backpack. You can just pull this up like so, and then it's a shoulder bag. And then you have your handles, which you could put on or leave off if you wanted the shorter handles. And then with this, because I added in these things, you can actually cross these over and make it a sling bag depending which side you want to wear it on. So this is a really universal bag. I really do love making it. It's got like a hidden zipper pocket in here. It's got a hidden phone pocket on the back. All these fabrics, this is a spoonflower fabric. My client chose these fabrics. This was a custom bag. My typical linings, and you can see I bound it. And this bag, you can't even see the binding in it, like really. This bag, if you love binding like me, was so easy to convert into a bound bag, and it was so much easier than birthing it, my own opinion that way. But my tutorial shows how to birth it. Tutorial is down in the description if you want to see it and where to get it. Yeah. You like the colors of that? The eyeballs freaked me out a little bit just because I felt like the bag was judging me, but it really is truly beautiful. So this is a spoonflower fabric. I don't remember what it's called. The glitter, again, is Galaxy Customs. I think this was the teal glitter, and this is black Canuck vinyl from Galaxy Customs as well. So this was a really fun make, and I actually have to get this off into the mail for my client. I told her I would do it by the end of the week. She's down in Maple Ridge, I believe she lives, so I will have to send this to her. So I'm just going to put this one over here. All right, so I do have 3 more finished items, finished projects. They're not bag related, they are knitting related. So in my last live, I was working on a pair of ankle socks. They were actually a birthday present for Anna. and they were done in the Sally Skellington colorway by Arcane Fabrics. I do not have them with me because I already gave them to her, so I do not have them. But I do have 2 more pairs of socks that I finished. So these ones, this is from Polkadot Creek, the colorway. These are the socks. It's a self-straping yarn called Licorice. So this is merino and a nylon blend. I love knitting socks. I'm a crazy, crazy sock knitter. I always have socks on the go, if not multiple pairs, as you will see when we get to our works in progress. Oh my gosh. So I finished these ones. These ones, I don't sell socks. I keep them for myself or I give them away. But yeah, this merino is just so nice. And I put myself on a fabric and vinyl buying freeze, and it has replaced itself with a yarn buying problem. Shh, don't tell Dave. So yes, that was another finished object. I haven't even worn them because I wanted to show them to you guys. And these ones I just finished off the other day. These, again, these ones are like a vanilla sock, so they're just straight stockinette or knit stitches. This one I did on the top, I don't know if you can see, I did a pattern of purl one, knit one for the top, and then just straight on the bottom just to give it a little extra texture. I actually think I prefer just a plain vanilla sock, to be honest. So I made those for myself. This colorway is, I think this was the Canada Day 2022 colorway that's on the Polkadot Creek website. Again, all of these links for these shops are down below if you are a knitter. If you're not, I'm sorry, I'm going to be showing you a few knitting things now. So I hope you enjoy it, but that's what the weekly check-ins are for anything crafty. I'm always making stuff right now because it is holiday and camping season. I'm pretty big into the knitting because I can take knitting with me on the go. I finished this pair of socks on the plane and started this pair of socks on the plane in Ontario. So yeah. So for finished projects, that is it. So now I'll show you my works in progress. So my works in progress that I haven't started yet. I will be doing a tumbleweed tote, which will actually be going to a client. And of course it will be making for the Tuesday Sew Along group for July's pre-recording. So I'll be doing that. I have a zip and grip coming up next week that I have to do. What else? And then of course the class bags. So bags wise, I have nothing started except for Tuesday's class bag, which was the Maxine project tote, I guess, in Thursday's class bag. So that is all I have for started projects right now for sewing related. Knitting related. Hey, I know what I can do. I can talk about the bags that I have my knitting projects in. So let me put this down to table because knitting and bag making can go together. So for this project, I have it in my bomb.com beauty bag, which is an awesome project tote as well. I don't have it loaded up, but you could definitely put your crochet hooks or knitting things in here. I do have a tutorial on this. This was also a class that we did, so all that is linked down below. And in this one, I am housing, this is called the Golden Hour Shawl. So this is what it looks like. Well, it will look like. So I have my 3 balls of yarn for the colors in here. And this is as far as I have gotten so far. I actually haven't worked on this since I was camping, so it's really kind of hard to see, but I'm really liking how the teals and the burnt oranges and the sand colors are all coming together. These are all DK weight yarn from Polkadot Creek. So this is merino. It is super soft. It is not reversible, as you can see, but nobody sees this side. I'm getting in a little bit of color work practice, which I am not, I'm an expert sock knitter. I'm not necessarily an expert garment knitter, so I'm teaching myself. So this is one project that's on, that I've been working on. I'm hoping when I go camping this weekend, I'll get to work on this one a little bit further, and it's going to be so nice for in the fall. So I have linked this pattern, if you are a knitter and you want to make it, down in the description below, as well as I have my Ravelry page in the description below if you want to follow along with the patterns I am making. So that is what I have going on in my bomb.com beauty bag. This is a pattern by Mormino, and I have that link down below as well. If you need to make one of these, it's a great makeup bag, but it's a great project bag too. So that's what's in that one. And now you get to see, well, I'll show you another project bag that is recent that I've released a tutorial for it last month. Oops, I forgot to put my pattern back in here. 1 second. Okay. Next projects I've been working on. So this is, you guys have probably seen this on the channel. This is the Kato Drawstring Tote by Kandou Crafts. I have a tutorial on this one linked down below. This is the perfect sock knitting bag. I love this one. I'm actually making a Maxine in class to match it with the same fabrics. It is just super, super perfect. So this wool, I do not remember what it's called, but it's from Arcane Fiberworks. It was part of the May Yarn of the Month Club. I like to knit my socks too at the same time so I don't get second sock syndrome. So you can see there are different stages. So I actually just finished the length of the sock of this one this morning, and now I'm onto the toe. This pair I am knitting for the first time, learning a new technique of knitting on 9-inch circulars. I've never done this technique before, but I have opted that when I did the heel flap and when I do the toe, I switch into DPNs just because it's a little bit easier for me. Michelle says those stripes reminder of Easter, not licorice. They're nice, I love them. So this sock will probably be finished today. This one, I'm kind of still working on it. But yeah, usually what I do is I knit 2 at a time. I'll do like my little pop of color on the cuff, and then for both, and then I will go and do the heel of one, and then I'll do the heel of the other, and then I do the body of one, body of the other, and then alternate. And that's so I don't get one sock syndrome where you finish making one sock and then you're like, yeah, I'm done with it. And then you have like all these mixed matched socks. So that's what I have going on. Again, trying to learn different techniques. The 9-inch circular isn't necessarily my favorite technique, but I had to, these are actually fun. I've never ever bought 9-inch before, but these are ChaiGoo 9-inch circular needles, and I tell ya, they're like the Mercedes of circular needles. I just love them. So that's what I have going on in here. I have my yarn balls. I just split my yarn balls into 2, 1 for each sock, and try not to tangle things up too bad. So that's what I have in my Kato project bag as a work in progress. And put that over here. I'm gonna have to clear off my sewing machine before class. All right, so now we're going like way back in time in my bag making. So this is one of the very first bags I made. This was made on my brother machine, which I bought at Walmart for $200. This is the cotton candy pouch by So Sweetness. It's part of her Mini Kins 1 set. So this is one of the bags I learned how to sew with, which is great. I have that all linked down below. Hi, Annie. And I was using it as a toiletries bag, but it's been kind of just hanging out in my bathroom. I'm like, why the heck am I not using it as a project bag? I mean, it is perfect. This is an old school Tula pink fabric. I have no idea where this glitter vinyl came from. It's super thin though, so I have no idea. And in this one, I am working on, oh yes, so these are my knee-high scrappy socks. So basic 4-ply and knee-high socks. I have this link down in the description if you want the pattern as well. And all I'm doing is when I get down to about 5 grams of each color, I'm just adding them onto these knee-high socks. So I think the last time I showed these, I had just started this orange, so I got about that far down, but they're turning out okay. My decreases aren't looking too bad on the back. They're not perfect, but yeah, so these will be up to my knees, which will be a lot of fun once I get them finished. So that's my scrappy project in my cotton candy So Sweetness pouch. Next, I said I have a lot of knitting stuff going on just because of the time of year. All right, so this one, again, this is one of the very first bags I made, and I know I showed this on the last check-in. This is the, and I actually wrote it down in the description so I wouldn't forget what it's called. This is the Cinch Top Tote by Shabby Fabrics. It is a YouTube tutorial that includes the pattern. This is, I don't know, this is so old. Like, this bag is like 5 years old. One of the first ever made, and I'm still using it. And I just cast these on yesterday. So this was a ball of yarn that I was going to save skeined up to show you guys for the mail opening, but I just had to cast it on right away. This is the Pansy colorway. Can you see that? From Polkadot Creek out of Airdrie, Alberta. Dawn says, do you buy 2 skeins to work both socks at a time, or do you use beginning and end of one skein? Dawn, I actually, I use my ball winder and I separate them into, I take my ball winder and I separate them into 2 skeins. So they're separate. So I don't buy 2, I just separate it and I wind it myself because I have my own ball winder and everything, and I just, and for my ankle socks, I only need like 25 grams of these 100-gram balls. So what I do is I make a 50-gram ball to put into, or 50-gram cake to put into my stash. And then I do 2 25-gram cakes, which I use for my 2 at a time socks. So again, this is the Pansy colorway. For my accent color, this is from a yarn bouquet from Polkadot Creek. I don't know what this colorway is called, but it's a nice bright color which went really well with it. And again, I just cast these on yesterday because I was getting tired of working with the browns and I wanted to go something bright. So this is my favorite way of doing socks, is on 2 16-inch circulars. My second favorite way is on 4 DPNs. So again, this is how I work 2 at a time. This one, I didn't roll this into separate balls because I am doing color on it. So when I end up cutting, like this one here, I'm almost done my heel flap, and then I will do my green, I'll be cutting my yarn and doing a green heel on it, similar to, whoops, I'm dropping stuff, similar to what I did on this one. And then I will just do the heel flap on this one with this. So it's only when I'm doing, I only separate my balls when I'm doing 2 that are just a solid color, if that makes sense. But because I'm cutting my yarn, I didn't have to do that with this one. So this is as far as I've gotten on this one. Again, I don't really have a pattern for this. It's just a vanilla sock pattern that I have kind of just made my own. I've made so many of these over the last 8 years or so that I just kind of do it. So yeah, so that's the Pansy colorway, Polkadot Creek, in my Shabby Fabrics pattern bag here, which is, again, I love this bag just because it was one of the first ones that I made. I actually started knitting bags to have project bags for my knitting because I have been knitting and crocheting for quite a long time. So really, knitting led into my #1 passion of bag making, and it just grew from there. So it's kind of funny how creating goes hand in hand and turns into that. All right. Okay, so my big project. So actually, I bought these to do my, I needed my circular needle for a different project. So I went ahead and I bought these Zing straight needles. I bought these from Polkadot Creek Yarns as well. And these are just the 2.25 millimeter things. And these are actually a lot easier to do my stained glass scrap gun on with these. So I think last time I was probably using a circular needle, and now I am not. So this bag, again, was one of my favorite. See, it even has just a handmade tag. I didn't have a business or anything. Well, I did. Beans, Bags, and Handicrafts at that time was for crochet and knit goods. That is what my business started out as, and then it branched out. So I'm just lucky that my name of my business kind of went with everything. So this one is called, this bag is called the Ultimate Knitter's Bucket Bag. This is by So Sweet, not to be mistaken for So Sweetness. So Sweet is a pattern company out of the UK, and she has an Etsy shop, and I have included that down in the description if you need that. So you can get the tall pattern or you can get a shorter pattern. It's really cool because you got all these little nooks and crannies for putting your needles and stuff in. So this is my ongoing project. I know I showed this last time too, but I'll show you how far I got. So this represents every single pair of socks I have made since I started sock knitting, which I think I started this in like, I want to say 2016. It's on my Ravelry page. It's a lot of socks. So they just take about 5 to 10 grams only, not even, maybe 5 grams for each of these miter squares. They're all done in merino weight. They are all done in fingering weight. It's a lot of socks. I am thinking when this is done, I want to back it with a minky. I'm not too sure how to sew a fabric onto a knit fabric, so you guys will have to let me know if you know how to do that. So last week, last month, I haven't done that much on here actually, just because this was too big to take on vacation with me. But this, where my little cupcake is here, this is where I was last time. So over the last month, I did this one. So you can see this is the sock square of this. See? Ta-da! I did this one, and I did this one, which is this one, and I did this one, which is the toe of this sock. So I only managed to get in 3 squares, but that's okay. It's a work in progress. I've lost one of my socks. I lost a red sock. Oh well, I'll find it when I clean this up. So yeah, so this is an ongoing working project. This is a stained glass one. I have a link down below if you want to learn how to do this. This is a nice mindless knit. It is so calming to knit, trust me. So I will be taking this camping with me this weekend, I think, and working on it a little bit more and adding in some, because I have started some new colored socks, so I can add those in. Yay! Have I bored everybody yet? Everybody still enjoying this? Even seeing the knitting stuff, trying to incorporate some bag stuff in there as well. So, any questions about anything so far? And then we'll do the mail opening. I wish I, oh, there's my other sock. There it is. Ugh. Poor Tiffany has everything piled on her. Okay. So let's see. All right, mail opening. So bag related, do you know what? We'll keep with the yarn, and then I will, the only bag related mail opening I have is my Emmaline Bags order, which is a small one. So I will save the best for last. Well, I guess they're all good. Open the mail, Karen says. All mail is good mail, but again, it's been my yarn mail that has been crazy. So first off, I'll show you for the knitters out there. I found this new company called Rose Hills Yarn. And they are out of Alberta, and I gotta make sure I don't mix these up. So I haven't knit with her yarns yet, but she colors her own, and these are the ones that I got from her. So I am in love with this one, with the Hunter Green. This one is called Hazy Peach. This is a sock set. It comes with a 100-gram skein of the speckled color and then a solid accent color. Jen says, I bought a knitting machine last week and it's nice to see what you knit by hand. Nice. I have never done a knitting machine. Is it one of the knitting machines where you have to hook it, or is it a crank knitting machine? I've never really used a knitting machine before. Knitting is like my therapy. I knit every night before I go to bed. I knit every morning, and it just helps get my mind nice and calm and ready for the day, or nice and calm and ready to sleep. I just love it. So yeah, I'm doing everything in my power not to cake all of this stuff up yet, because I have so many cake skeins I got to work through before I can do these ones. So this one, I actually am wondering if I might do a shawl pattern with it. I just think it's so gorgeous. Like the peaches and the speckled greens and that, oh my gosh, I'm just in love with it. So the other one I got is called Chickadee Trail. So it's got some soft grays and peaches and pinks and naturals and some speckle in there. So yeah, I'm really, this will probably be socks. I don't know. This could be, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I just likes it all. And this one, I just love the vibrant colors. This is called Ice Cream Sprinkles. So you got a speckled natural merino here with speckles of color through it with a coordinating mini skein to go with that. So that's from Rose Hill Yarns. I have linked her website down below if you want to check it out. I love supporting small business in all of the things, so this is kind of really cool. So, but this one here is the one I'm the most excited about out of this bunch. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hugging them. Next, now I couldn't remember if I had shown these or not, and I didn't go back in the video to find out. Why do I feel like I'm missing some? Maybe not. Oh, it's because I have one coming. Okay, so I have a problem. So all of this is from Arcane Fiberworks. Their colors, their YouTube videos, not YouTube videos. Polkadot Creek has a YouTube channel. Check it out. But Arcane Fiberworks has these videos on their Facebook page, and it's like a moth to the flame with me. It's a gentleman that dyes them. He shows them in a live video, and I'm like, here's my money. Take it all. So I think I may have shown some of these. Some of these were from the Yarn of the Month Club, which I am part of with them as well. So I'll just show them again because they're also very pretty. So I got this one. It's called Fall Feelings. I believe this was part of the June Yarn of the Month Club. Let me see. Jen says, I got a flatbed knitting machine, but I think I can do socks on it. Nice. Dawn. I got Dawn addicted to yarn too. I mean, she's one of my mins, and if I was going down the yarn rabbit hole, she's going with me. So again, it's Arcane Fiberworks. Everything is linked below. Fall Feelings. How beautiful is that? It does kind of make you think of fall, doesn't it? It's just gorgeous. And this one here is called The First Frost. Dawn says, hello, my name is Brandy and I'm addicted to yarn. Yes. I'm addicted to fabric and vinyls too, but this, I promised myself I wouldn't buy any until I started using up the stuff. Now I got to do the same with my yarn because you have no idea. So this is natural tones with grays and browns and creams. It's just so pretty. I do a lot of knitting for Christmas presents as well, so that's another reason why I got all this, because I have a lot of socks to make for Christmas gifts. Again, I don't sell the socks because this is merino wool. A skein of this is like anywhere from $33 to $37 Canadian. I can get 2 pairs of ankle socks out of 100-gram skein of this, or a full pair of full-size socks with some scraps to go into scrappy projects or what have you. So yeah, I will be making tons of socks. Right now I am replenishing my sock collection because my socks that I started making like 6, 7, 8 years ago are just now starting to wear out, and they're so worn now that I can't even darn them. So I need to, this seems like they're all wearing out at the same time, so I'm replenishing my sock collection as well. Okay, this one is called Once Upon a Time, and who doesn't love pinks and grays? And then it has the natural whites as well. This one, no, this isn't the one I was thinking. This one's called Near and Far. I think this was part of the Yarn of the Month Club. Baby blues, oranges, creams and grays and pinks. Something satisfying about it all skeined up too. Like, it's just so nice. This one here was part of the Yarn of the Month called Fire and Ash. I think it's showing pretty true on the camera. I got pretty good camera and lighting, so it shows pretty true. And this one, I so want to cake it up and start using it, but I promised myself I wouldn't just yet. So this one is called Behold. So it's got yellows, pinks, grays, oranges, and creams in it. So pretty. All right. I thought I had some Polkadot Creek stuff here. Oh, I did. I had that one skein of the pansy, but I showed that already caked up because I couldn't resist, and I did that. And I also ordered in that order the 9-inch Chaigu circular needles. So that is that. All right, back to bag making stuff. This is the smallest box I have ever gotten from Emmaline Bags. Normally my bags are my boxes are huge, but really I just needed some hardware. I said nothing super exciting in this order. I get all of my hardware from Emmaline Bags, as you know. I get all my zippers and zipper pulls from Blue Calla, except for the matte black ones I get from Emmaline Bags, because Blue Calla does not have matte black. But I just needed a small restock, and they are so good to keep shipping costs down at packing stuff. Like, it's amazing. Like, seriously. So, oh, I lied. So I got this zipper tape. This is, oh, I need this for tonight. Do I need this for tonight? Yeah, I do. This is for my Aurora triple zip. Is this from my Aurora Triple Zip? Yes, it is. So good thing I opened it because I need it. So I usually don't use colored tape. I always have black with the colored coil, but I wanted to use white for this one. I love that she's now selling Giardini edge paint, and that you can buy them in these little itty bitty little tubs. I needed more gray. One thing about Giardini edge paint is once it's been open for about 6 months, it starts losing its integrity and may start becoming chunky or whatever. So to buy the big ones like I was buying, black I go through no matter what. All my base coats I go through no matter what. My protecting glass I go through no matter what. But the colors I don't always use besides the black. So the odd time that I want to be able to do a colored edge paint, it's wonderful to be able to buy them individually like so. So I bought the gray in 77. And my hardware. Oh, there, look it. Where is that bag? So there's my chain that I needed for my bag, my Maggie or Mabel bag. So I can just go ahead and put that on now. This bag is so perfect for these chains. And then that'll complete this bag. And I can get that on my website, available for sale. Oh my gosh, I have so much cleaning to do before the class. So what did I get? I got, so the color I used, the majority of the, oh, never mind, this is matte black. Is this matte black? Yes. So she finally got in matte black strap ends. So I ordered a bunch of those, matte black. I love that she now has matte black because I can buy all of my hardware in one place. So super happy for that. Super, super happy. And her quality is beyond, it's just the best. And what's great about her now having matte black is all of my hardware is consistent from each color, because I offer to my clients all of the colors of hardware, but I know that hers is great quality, and it matches all the other colors for style of hardware and everything, so my clients all know that their stuff is consistent. I don't have to worry about if it's going to chip or if it's going to be too chunky or whatever. It's all very consistent, so I'm super happy that Emmaline Bags now has matte black. So I also ordered some matte black. She's got magnetic snaps now in matte black. And I think the rest I ordered pretty much gunmetal. Gunmetal is what I go through the most. So I ordered a bunch of sliders. Stocked up my rectangular rings in gunmetal. Also ordered some rectangular rings in matte black. Some more gunmetal rivets. Some gunmetal D-rings. And then I had run out of my nickel swivel clasps. So just a small Emmaline order for me this time. Just kind of stocking up the necessities. But yeah, again, super happy about the matte black stuff though, and I really was glad that she did bring in the strap ends because they're hard to find. So that's it. That's all I have for mail opening. Not much for bag making related at all, but oh, Songbird says, I love matte black for more masculine bags. I just made the traveler pouch by Kandou. Black lamb leather with matte black hardware. Looks so good. Oh, that sounds delicious. I'm really into Kandou patterns right now. She's a really good designer, so I'm super glad that she is allowing me to do tutorials for her now. So let me see if there's anything here. Oh, looks like I got everything. Do stay tuned. I'm not sure when. It'll be July 30th or July 1st. I'm still talking to the supplier, a brand new Canadian supplier, you guys. So I will be having, we haven't had one in a while, a new Canadian supplier mail opening coming up at the end of June to the beginning of July. As soon as she gets her website up and going and gives me the go ahead, she has sent me so many goodies to show you guys. She sent me one box, and it's a giant box to go through, and I started going through it, and it's taking everything in my power not to play with it. I'll give you guys a little bit of a teaser. Printed waterproof canvas. That's all I'm telling you. Printed waterproof canvas in Canada. plus a whole bunch of other stuff. But I can't tell you anymore. I shouldn't have even told you that much. So that'll be coming up. It'll be a huge mail opening. I believe her website is opening up July 1st. She's still working on it. So I will either do that mail opening June 30th or July 1st based on what she wants to do. I think I was just talking to Anna, and we're trying to schedule in a live at the beginning of July for her retail drop of her jellies and stuff like that. So keep an eye out for that. It's all coming up so fast. So I'm really excited about both of those, and I promise I will, yeah. I don't think I'll get very much for mail over this summer for bag making, because I have made the vow to myself that I need to use up my whole filing cabinet. And I mean, I have a doctor's office filing cabinet full of fabric. So I'm trying to work out of that. I'm trying to work out of my scrap bins. I'm trying to work through all of my vinyl. All of my vinyl is pretty much Galaxy Customs vinyl, except for a few things that are Mora vinyls from Emmaline Bags. But I really got to start using this stuff up, because I'm running out of room. As you can see, my room is just packed, and I just keep buying and accumulating more. But now what has happened is I've gotten really back into knitting, because that's what happens in summer, and then I'm discovering all of these brand new Canadian yarn suppliers and yarn dyers, and making friends with all these people as well. And I have a problem. I have a shopping problem. So yeah, I can tell you at the end of July I'm going to be going to Calgary, and I am going to go to Polkadot Creek. So I should bring an extra suitcase, I guess. So yeah. Anyways, what else do we need to talk? I think we've talked about everything. How long have we been in here? I have no idea. Anybody know how long we've been in here? I don't know. We've been in here an hour already. That is craziness. So again, I think I'm just kind of going through my description. I think I have linked everything we have talked about in the description below. Oh, I must thank everybody. Last week we bypassed 11,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I definitely cannot do it without you. So I appreciate you. We're actually at 11,121. So in the last week we have had a lot new subscribers, which is great. Michelle told herself the same thing, to not buy as much, and just bought 8 rolls of vinyls today. Yeah, well, we can all go down together, Michelle. Oh, my stats. Where's my phone? May stats. So just starting, thank you for reminding me. So I'm trying once a month or even weekly. I've already showed you what I made this week, but I want to let you know what I made, what sold, and everything for May. Let me find it. Finished objects. Okay, so for May, I finished that penny in green wallet that I showed you. I made a fun Bobby backpack, which sold. The Kato project tote, hi Kim, which I kept for myself. I made 3 pairs of socks. 2 of them I gave away. 1 I kept for myself. I made the Mabel pink and white bags. I made the penny in orange. And additional sells besides the Fun Bobby backpack, which was actually a custom order. I also sold my Annika convertible back from the beginning of the new year, and I sold my pinkbomb.com. So I had 3 sales and 2 giveaways, and everything else I either kept or I will be putting on my website when I update my website. And then so far for June, so just for the last couple weeks, I made that Aurora triple zip. I made the Maxine project tote for the tutorial, which is sold already. That Morphing handbag, which is sold. 2 pairs of socks, which I showed you, and that is it so far for this month. That is my stats. Any questions about that? So yeah, a few sells, so that's good. Really happy when some of the older tutorial bags sell. Said most of my bags that sell are custom bags, so when a tutorial bag sells, I'm super happy, but at the same time when they sell, I go into panic, because my tutorial bags are what I use for my for my market bags in the fall and the winter season, and then I'm always worried I won't have enough. But I do. So right now in stock I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's not bad. 15. I have 15 bags and 2 wallets. That's what I have for stock, which is pretty darn good actually if you think about what I've made this year so far. Let me count. 25, 26, not including socks. Okay. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. I've made 44 bags this year so far, and I only have, what did I say, 14 in stock. And most of those weren't custom bags, so that's pretty good. There's a few customs. I'm only taking, I've cut down to only taking 2 to 3 custom bags a month because I was just getting a little bit too overwhelmed with the channel and the classes and that. So I have cut back a little bit. June, I have a few more. I have 1, 2, 3. I took on 4 custom bags for the month of June. So I used to do 4 to 5 custom bags a week, but that was before I started the channel and before I started teaching classes, and now it's just not doable. And YouTube and the classes are my priority. It is where I find my passion in the bag making, even though I do like the custom bags because that is a good source of income, but it's gradually been replaced by the membership side and the classes. So thank you everybody who is a member, because I do this full time, and that helps give me an income. Monetization doesn't pay very much, I will tell you that. Probably out of my monetization, maybe $300 a month for all the videos I've done. That's it. So it is the membership side that has been able to make it so I can keep going with the free tutorials on the public side. So you can help the channel so much. 1, by liking my videos. 2, by making sure you're subscribed to the channel. Share my videos with people. Like them, my videos, comment on the videos, become a member. I mean, you don't have to be a member, but that definitely does help too. And again, thank you to everybody who donates to the coffee account. That doesn't go towards my income. The coffee account goes towards saving for subscriptions for video making software and like that StreamYard where I can do interviews like with Anna or what have you. And equipment to make the videos better. So again, the coffee account, when you donate to the coffee account, if you ever want to buy me a coffee, that's linked down below too. That money goes into a savings account to buy stuff to better the channel and better the videos. So thank you everybody, because if you watched my videos from when I started this, when did I start this? 3 years ago, you will see how drastically the videos have changed, and that is because of all of you. I couldn't do it without you. So yes, you don't have to be a member to support me. Just watch the videos and subscribe. That helps. Becoming a member helps me even more, because that is my wage mixed with my custom orders. So thank you, thank you, thank you for those helping me do my dream to do this full time. Again, I couldn't do it without you. And yeah, any questions? Do you guys like these check-ins? I mean, I am going to try to do them weekly on Thursdays. Again, this one was a month long because I did go on like 3 weeks worth of vacation. So, yeah. And that's it. And as I said, and the weekly check-ins are nice because they don't have to be 100% bag related. They can be anything crafty. So I'm hoping that we'll get a few knitting people in there. That would be absolutely wonderful to expand our community. And yeah, and then of course you got the project bags and the knitting, and they all bring each other together. So makes me very, very happy. Anything else anybody needs? Questions, concerns, comments, wish lists? These are fun? Okay, good. Did I forget anything? I'm just going down my lists. I don't think I forgot anything. I do have some more tutorials coming up. I just got to work on them. I am leaving tomorrow for camping for 3 days again. I think this is going to be my weekends for all of summer. Dave is right into doing the camping thing. So he and I are headed up to no cell service, which will be actually really nice. We'll get a lot of reading and knitting and relaxing in. So yeah, my mom's texting me, so. All right, well, I'm going to get all of this cleaned up and have some lunch because it's now 20 to 12 here. And then I actually have to do my homework for tonight. So I look forward to seeing a lot of you in the class tonight. So yeah, we'll be starting on the exteriors. So I think homework was mainly just the interfacing. So I better get going to that. Did you do the draw? I came in like, yes, Kim, we did the draw at the very beginning and Diane has won. So congratulations to Diane. And I won't do next month's as late as I did this one. This was just the soonest I could get in. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off just to get things all caught up from taking some time off. So, all right. Anyways, thank you everybody for tuning in. I love you all. I couldn't do this without you once again. If you ever have any questions about anything, please do feel free to reach out to me via email. That's one of the best ways to get a hold of me. That is linked down below in the description. Or you can get me through my Facebook group on Facebook, where my bag makers group is. That is linked down below as well. And yeah, reach out to any of my admins if you need help with all that. I just love seeing all the little membership marks next to the people's comments. So thank you, thank you. And thank you to everyone else who has tuned in. And I will see you guys on the next